Hello everyone, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Jairus Walker. I'm the owner and broker in charge of Walker Realty Group. We're located in Charlotte, North Carolina. We're on 10926 David Taylor Drive, Suite 120. And so today, you saw the title of the video is what to expect when you're getting your real estate license. So I kind of want to start off just by telling you about what I went through. And so I worked a job for a very long time. I worked for Verizon Wireless. I worked there for about 11 years. And I always had interest of the real estate business, but I really got interested when I purchased my first home. And so it's a funny story because one of my friends, he purchased a home first, and he was kind of telling me how, the whole process of how to buy a house, right? And so I followed what he was telling me to do. The main thing that he was telling me to do was to get my credit taken care of. And so I was doing, the steps to get my credit taken care of. And one day I was at work and a realtor walks in and pays her bill with me. And I was like, okay, this is perfect. I'm in the process of getting my credit together. You're a realtor. I'm looking to buy a house. And so she gave me her card. And after that, she set up an appointment for me. She called me, set up an appointment for me and said, this is my lender. Go down to my lender's office and I set up an appointment for you. He's going to run the numbers for you. So I went and did that. And I didn't think that I was going to get approved, but I got approved. And so I knew what it took to get my score to where it was at, but I didn't think I was going to get approved so fast. So make a long story short, I was so excited that I went and started looking for homes by myself. I didn't even call my realtor. Well, we didn't even have a relationship as far as anything written that says that she was going to be my realtor at all, right? But we kind of verbally did that. And so I went and started looking for homes myself. And I was sitting in the builder's office of the house that I wanted, and he was like, do you have a realtor? And I said, I do. And he was like, how come she's not here? And so that's when I called her then, and she was like, make sure that my name is on the contract. And so I'm just oblivious of the whole process, right? And so, to make a long story short, we actually got under contract with the house, and we did all of the due diligence stuff, and then we're at the closing table, and I saw how much she got paid. She got paid about $6,000 for that transaction, and she barely. Now that I'm in the business, I know how important it is to be there, but she wasn't really there like that. And you get some transactions like that where it's just like an alley-oop. And so $6,000 she got paid, and I know the money didn't come from me. The money came from the builder. And so I'm looking at the statement and I'm just like, she got paid $6,000. I didn't pay her $6,000. And I'm counting her pockets at this point, like, if she's doing 2 of these a month, making $6,000 a month, that's a little under $150,000 a year. So I was like, I'm in the wrong business. So, I was really counting her pockets at that point. And so that's what really pushed me to see what I wanted to do as far as getting my career changed into a realtor. But a little bit of time has passed, and I still continued working the job that I was working. I eventually got tired of working that job. And then, I went ahead and took the leap of faith while I was working that job and applied to get my real estate license. The first time I completely bombed it. I didn't really study like that because I thought I just knew everything. I thought I was like a smart enough guy to just pass the exam. That exam was extremely hard, right? And so I got a little serious the second time around. In this class, it takes about, it took me about 6 weeks. It was actually a class that you had to be in the classroom. And this is like 6 years ago. So I know now, since COVID is around, you can take it online. And this is for North Carolina. But anyhow, I barely passed the second time. I think I didn't pass at all. I failed by like 2 points because I did get a little more serious. I started studying. I started being more into making sure that I passed the exam because it costs money every time you take it. And so I failed by 2 points. And then the third time I passed by like maybe 2 points. Okay. And so it was a struggle, but I did it. But after you get your license, what do? Okay. I'm still working for this company that I really don't want to work at anymore. So I'm kind of trying to do both. So you have to sign up with a firm after you get your real estate license. So I chose a firm to sign up with. They take a percentage of your commissions whenever you make a sale. You have to sign up with, in North Carolina, you have to sign up with the North Carolina Association of Realtors, and you have to sign up to get your MLS so that way you can search for homes for your clients. And those two things cost money. You have to have a membership fee paid up front for your Realtor Association dues, and then you have to pay for your MLS fees up front. And so if you don't have a full-time job already or a part-time job and you're trying to do this with no money in the bank, it could it could be a lot of stress on you because you haven't made any money yet, because in real estate, you get paid commission only. So if you don't have some type of job to help you pay for these fees, and just starting out is a lot of money, you probably want to look into getting a job first or saving some money before you jump into it. And so I did that. I signed with a firm, and I signed up for all my systems. But still, what next? I'm still working this job I hate, right? And so I started marketing myself a lot more while I was at work, which, I don't recommend it, but that's just what I did because I saw a lot of people every single day. And did it get me in trouble at my current job? It probably did, but at that point I didn't care because I was just trying to gain a sale, and I was just using the resources that I had because I'm at work. I see a lot of traffic every day, so I'm sliding people my card on the low. Hey, I'm a realtor. And it worked a little bit, and so I ended up getting a client. And so while I'm at work, this is the real grind part, because while I'm at work, I'm looking for homes for this client. And also, if my client wanted to see a home, I would make sure that it was during my lunch break so that way I could run, show that I would change my clothes in my break room, run and show the house, change back to my work uniform, and then, go back to work after I finish showing the house. And if I had to put in an offer, I would just have to try to figure out how to put in that offer while I was working. You know what I mean? And so, make a long story short, my job fired me. I don't know if it was because they knew that I was kind of doing both, but it was really a blessing in disguise because it actually pushed me to pursue real estate full time, which I had no choice at that point, right? And so once I did that, I grinded 24/7. I did things like market on social media. I knocked on doors, which is, very old school, but it does work. I knocked on I don't know how many neighborhoods I knocked, but I knocked on doors, asked people if they were looking to list their house to sell. And if people were renting, I was asking them, why are you renting? Do you want to pursue purchasing a home? And so I did that in different neighborhoods. I did flyers, I did door knockers, those little, it's like a pamphlet with a hole on it. You just kind of put it on the door handle. And so I did that. I sent down mailers, I did cold calls, I did whatever it is that you had to do to gain a client. I called everyone in my cell phone, friends, family, sent them texts, do you know anyone that wants to purchase a house? I did it all. And then so at that point I was planting a lot of seeds. And so what people need to understand in any sales job, whether it's real estate or you're selling insurance or you're selling something in retail, you have to let people know what you're doing in order for them to give you business. So planting those seeds and doing all of those things that I explained to you earlier really is what helped me gain business, right? And so with that being said, real estate is something that, especially being a new broker, is extremely hard. The hardest thing that you have to accomplish is getting a client, getting a qualified client that's ready to do business with you. The paperwork and everything in between is super easy. After you get the client, the paperwork is easy. The transaction could be easy, but it's not as hard as getting that initial client. And so I say that just to say, as a new realtor, you definitely want to invest a lot in your marketing. And if you do not have the funds to market, which most new realtors don't, pound the pavement, make some calls, connect with people. If you have a broker that's willing to mentor you, or someone in your office is willing to mentor you, take advantage of that. I was blessed to have a mentor when I first got hired at my firm that I used to work for when I first started. She was really busy mentor, but she was available to take my phone calls whenever I needed her to talk me through a transaction, right? Because as a new realtor, it's tough to remember all the steps you need to take when you're dealing with a client. So very blessed to have her. I'll never forget her. She was really a good mentor to me. And so as a new realtor, that's something that you definitely want to do. So to recap, this is what you want to do. Being a new real estate broker, being a new real estate agent, being a realtor, you want to take the course in your city and state. You sign up for the course, you study, and you pass your course and you get your license. After you get your license, you have to sign up with a broker and a broker in charge, a real estate firm. You have to at least work with them for, before you can go off on your own. You have to at least work with them. Well, in North Carolina anyway, this is for North Carolina. You have to work with a broker for at least 2 years full time before you can go off on your own. Once you sign up with a broker, hang your license with a broker, you want to get a mentor to help you, to guide you pretty much. and you also want to concentrate most on your marketing and getting clients. That's the main thing your first year, because you want to build that pipeline, build a relationship with lots of people out there, and you also want to gain clientele and make a reputation of yourself as an outstanding realtor and just an outstanding person. And I guarantee you, within that first 6 months to a year, all those seeds that you planted will start to grow, and you'll start seeing the return on your investment fairly quick. Because the thing is, you'll start off slow. You'll feel like there's nothing going on, but then once it starts going, you'll get so much business that you can't keep up with it. That's why I'm going to go ahead and end this video right here. This is Jairus Walker, Walker Realty Group. We're located here in Charlotte, North Carolina. We're on 10926 David Taylor Drive, Suite 120. We would love to help you purchase a home. We do residential sales. We do buying and selling. We help lots and lots of people. If you are interested in purchasing a home, please don't hesitate to reach out to at www.walkerrealtygrp.com. The GRP is abbreviated or short for group. WalkerRealtyGRP.com. We would love to hear from you. Thank you. Talk to you soon. See you in the next video.